It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading. I'm in the woods today and we are cutting a bit of firewood. It's raining, but you know what? If we wait until it stops raining to cut firewood, we're just not going to get any firewood cut, at least early in the year anyways. The last 2 years, it seems like every Saturday seems to rain. So it makes it very difficult to actually cut firewood, do what you have to do. So while I'm out here, I was wanting to do a review on the new Shindaiwa 591. My friends at B and T Macfarlane allowed me to use the saw for the weekend, so I wanted to get out there and give it a try. So far it's a pretty awesome saw, and I'm going to cut up this log and then we're going to talk about some of the features on the saw. Okay, so we are in the low spot and there's a whole bunch of dead ash. One there, one here, one that I cut down. I've got another big one there and there's another big one over there. The first tree is down and cut up. It runs really, really smooth. You know, it's kind of hard to demonstrate how it feels in your hand and that, but it runs really smooth. And it's definitely pretty balanced. It's not like you're not fighting the saw. The saw works for you, so pretty happy about that. We're going to cut down a few more trees and then we'll kind of look at the saw and just see what features it has and what we like and what we don't. What did I think of the saw? The weather really did put a dampener. I couldn't come out till later. I really only cut down a few trees, cut them up, and what I feel about the saw right now is that the saw is really quite smooth. The engine runs smooth, like it seems to have some flawless power going into the log. Very rarely do you even have to let off it to let it catch up. I mean, you can't go crazy, but You just go, it cuts evenly straight through the log, no issue. The vibration dampening is great. There's lots of power through it. The only thing I probably would change is the actual choke lever. I'm not a big fan of that. But you know what, it's personal preference. I think maybe if you ran Echo saws your whole life, you would get used to it, and that's just the way it'd be. I ran Husky saws most of my life, so the Husky style with just pulling it out is what I like. But I think it's just personal preference. The only thing I could see is possibly that you knock that sucker off. I don't know. Get it caught on something. I don't know. But other than that, the handle fits really nice in your hand. Trigger's nice. It starts absolutely incredible. Like, you know, the first time it takes 3 or 4 pulls, but every time after that, it's one pull. And you can't get better than that. The shutoff switch is metal, so I'm pretty happy about that. The more metal on stuff I find in strategic spots on the saw is better. I mean, you can't make the whole thing, because the old days, you know, when you needed 2 people to carry a saw, that wouldn't work either. But, you know, the switches, the things you turn on and off a lot, the more you make them out of metal, they're definitely more durable. The only downside to these is anyone that's ran like an old home light or any other kind of saw like that, you're out in the snow, you reach down, you touch the shut-off switch to shut it off, and you get a shock through the switch. I mean, it's been pouring rain, I didn't get a shock off it, so I'm sure they got that long figured out. The air filter is pretty self-explanatory. It's easy to get off. It's got a wing nut, you don't need any tools. And you have a double-sided air filter that you just pop back in. So that's actually pretty good, easy to get off. So it has a decompression switch here. So if you can't pull it over or you can't start it very well, you push it, it releases a bit of compression and you can pull it over easier and then it'll fire up. And then the decompressor closes and you have full compression. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It's a very nice saw, and it's a very nice saw to run. So I'm gonna continue cutting up this log, and then that'll be enough for today, I think. You guys have a good one.